I was, well, let me just go back to late 90s, maybe 98, somewhere around there, right? I was at Caribbean Interactive Multimedia, and we were doing interactive CD-ROMs. Obviously, the bandwidth of the internet couldn't handle multimedia. So the way to get this around was on a CD-ROM. And CIM, Caribbean Interactive Multimedia, that's Brian and Ingrid Jara, um, Edward Monserin, Calvin George, a couple other people on the team. We were creating these interactive multimedia CDs. Um, we did some for Diwali Nagar. We were working on a big project called Africa, the Mother of Civilization, which was a feature of Dr. Ben Yukonan, who is an Egyptologist and had to do interactive 3D animations for that. Um, and other corporate things we did for NGC and that kind of thing too. So when as part of that, we were also doing websites for corporate websites. Also NGC, Republic Bank. We did Republic Bank's first website, TSTT's first website, a couple others. And at the time, I was working on Republic Bank's site. I think my point person then was Elena Villafana. And I had just started working on Trinituno. It was really just a concept. I put some pages together, had some photos of local cars, and just started, doing these little features. And I showed it to her. At that point, we were getting a couple hundred views a day because it would get passed around on ICQ and MSN Messenger. Yeah, right. The link would get passed around. Plus, at some car events too, people would kind of share it and say, "Hey, check my car here," and that kind of thing. So with the little bit of traffic that we were getting, I remember telling the team at Republic, "Hey, look at this. We seem to have, a younger audience, and we were working on a couple of things then, pages for Career Builder, car loans, well, loans in general." And they said, yes, do up some graphics and we'll put it on the page. And I did. And we were, back then there were click counters, right? You didn't really have analytics to go through. So we would just add click counters, little JavaScript, and it was real rudimentary back then, just basically checking clicks. And those were the first set of quote unquote banner ads. I mean, this was before Google started doing banner ads, and banner ads were a thing. I kind of followed a shape from web crawler. I don't know if you remember that. Web crawler was one of the first search engines way back when. The top of their site had of their search engine had this horizontal strip, and I used that, and it was somewhere around like what would be a 640 by maybe 40 size back then. And yeah, it just kind of evolved into banner ads and digital advertising, and we'd drop a video because sometimes companies would, all they would have as TVCs. So over the years, one of the challenges we've had is taking existing media. I mean, up till today, taking existing media and resizing it or repurposing it for web. Yeah, I mean, up till today, I got a press ad. Then I asked for the layered file. They sent that, and from that, we could kind of build the web versions of it, because they didn't have web ads or banner ads, display ads in the booking. Well, I mean, in their campaign. So yeah, that is something that 2 decades later we still have to do. Um, it's just the way it works, and I would much rather do that for the client, because what we found happens is they would say, "Oh no, well we have to go and do artwork," and the cost to do that artwork, for them, mm, and digital display advertising is so cheap, it's often more than the cost to run the ads. So most times they may say, nah, well, let's not bother. We'll probably look at that for another campaign. So it's either we do it or we lose the booking. So, it's not unusual for us to be resizing artwork for advertisers. It's it, it's not even a thought now. It's just, something that you find yourself doing.